What up, YouTube? Here with a review video of the 2023 Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna give every match that happened a rating out of a 5. And at the end of the video, I will give the whole pay-per-view event a rating out of a 10. And let's get to the reviewing part. To kick off this year's Royal Rumble was the men's Royal Rumble match, and this year's Royal Rumble winners, Cody Rhodes. And the Royal Rumble match is like one of the best matches that the WWE has to offer. And this year's Royal Rumble match didn't disappoint either. And there was a lot of key points in this match that's leading up to this year's WrestleMania, like Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. That rivalry started last year at the Royal Rumble, where Bobby Lashley defeated Brock Lesnar for the WWE title in a controversial manner. And then they had a rematch at last year's Crown Jewel, where Brock Lesnar defeated Bobby Lashley via a roll-up, and then Bobby Lashley went on to attack Brock Lesnar after the match. And on the latest episode of Raw, Brock Lesnar made a return, costing Bobby Lashley a possible win at the United States title. And at this year's Royal Rumble, Bobby Lashley eliminates Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar goes on to throw a temper tantrum, throwing the steel steps at the announce table, attacking Baron Corbin before Baron Corbin could enter the match. And it looks like it's going to be Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 39. And Edge, who was another surprise entrant at this year's Royal Rumble match, after he gets eliminated, he goes after Damian Priest and Finn Balor, and it looks like they're going to continue their feud all the way till WrestleMania. And Beth Phoenix, she made a return at this year's Royal Rumble. She didn't compete in the Women's Royal Rumble match or anything like that. It's because Rhea Ripley came out to save Damian Priest and Finn Balor while Edge was going on a rampage. And then Beth Phoenix came out to be the equalizer. So it's looking like it's going to be Edge and Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day, and they're going to do something with that at WrestleMania 39. And I don't know if they're going to do Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. They've been teasing it ever since Dominic Mysterio turned heel and joined the Judgment Day. Regardless of the fact that they own different brands, the brand split isn't really a factor anymore because there's only one main title and one tag team title, and every superstar be on both shows. And NXT as well, they be everywhere. That's why I'm saying the brand split is a non-factor. And I say it might be Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio at this year's WrestleMania, because Rey Mysterio was supposed to enter this match. However, he couldn't because Dominic Mysterio, who was the next entrant after Rey Mysterio was supposed to enter this match, came out wearing Rey Mysterio's mask. That's why they're teasing this match to happen at this year's WrestleMania. If y'all tap into the WWE, y'all could see a whole bunch of segments where Dominic Mysterio is attacking Rey Mysterio, regardless of the fact that they own separate brands. I think it's gonna be Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio at this year's WrestleMania. That's what I'm predicting. And Logan Paul was another surprise entrant at this year's Royal Rumble match as well. He came back quite early for somebody that got injured at November. As y'all know, he had that good match versus Roman Reigns at last year's Crown Jewel. And then I don't know the details to his injury. I know he torn his ACL or something like that. I don't know. If y'all know the details to his injury, then y'all let me know in the comments or something like that. Anyways, though, for somebody that's recovering from a serious injury like that to maneuver the way he did in this match, it was a good look. And he had a highlight reel spot in this match where he had like a huge collision with Ricochet, and that was impactful. And yeah, he was doing this thing at this year's Royal Rumble match. I gotta give him his credit for for somebody that's not a lifelong professional wrestler, and that's not his like first job, and for him to be able to do what he can is a good look. And Booker T was another surprise entrant at this year's Royal Rumble, and that's as far as the surprise entrants go for this year's Royal Rumble match. And the MVP performer for this year's Royal Rumble match has got to go to Gunther. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, they were performing well in this match as well. However, Gunther was the first entrant, and he was the last to be eliminated in this year's Royal Rumble match. And yeah, I give this match a rating of a 4 out of a 5. And I don't know if they're going to have Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for this year's WrestleMania. I can't think of any other contender that could be worthwhile to challenge Roman Reigns for his undisputed WWE Universal title, because when Cody Rhodes made his return to the WWE at last year's WrestleMania, he had a lot of hype behind him, and his run didn't last long because he unfortunately got injured after 2-3 months of his return to the WWE. And then for him to win the Royal Rumble this year was a good look for him, because that helps him keep that hype that he got when he came back at last year's WrestleMania. And the next match was the Pitch Black match with LA Knight versus Bray Wyatt. Now, they've been building this storyline quite well. This had good amount of build up to it, and the match though, it wasn't all that. I give this match 2.5 out of a 5. Bray Wyatt won this match, and then after the match, Bray Wyatt went to chase after LA Knight, and then when LA Knight tried to escape, one of Bray Wyatt's, I don't know if that's like his character, his side buddy or something like that. I think his name is Uncle Howdy. He pushes LA Knight off the stage, and when LA Knight falls, there's like pyro going off and whatnot, and then Bray Wyatt goes off doing his whole character thing. And yeah, next match, it was for the Raw Women's title. Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's title versus Alexa Bliss. I give this match a rating of a 2 out of a 5. This was a regular match, and Bianca Belair won this match, and she retains her Raw Women's title. And I don't know what they're doing with Alexa Bliss. I don't know if she's going to be a part of Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy's group. And she's built up good amount of hype ever since she turned heel and got back into this dark character. And I don't know what they're going to do with her. I guess if she joins forces with Bray Wyatt yet again, then she could play a role there. And as far as what she's going to do as a singles competitor, I don't know. There's no more brand split. I don't know if she's going to go to SmackDown and challenge Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title. I don't know if they're going to keep pushing her as a singles competitor. I don't know. If she is a part of Bray Wyatt's group, then she could play another major role in that if they give Bray Wyatt a relevant feud. Anyways, the next match was the Women's Royal Rumble match, and the winner of this year's Women's Royal Rumble match was Rhea Ripley, and she's got the biggest hype behind her. She's been building up good amount of hype ever since she joined the Judgment Day. She's been playing a major role in that group, and I don't think there's any other woman superstar on the roster right now that's matching her as far as the hype goes. And that's why I think there was no other deserving superstar to win this year's Women's Royal Rumble match. And this was a good match. I give this match a rating of a 3.5 out of a 5. And the surprise entrance to this year's Royal Rumble was Michelle McCool. Natalya made her return, and Nia Jax made her return. And the last two remaining for this year's Women's Royal Rumble match was the first two entrants to the match, and that was Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And how this match ended, Asuka, who was the last to be eliminated before Liv Morgan, she spat mist into the eyes of Liv Morgan when she meant to hit Rhea Ripley with it. Rhea Ripley ducked, and then it hit Liv Morgan, and then Rhea Ripley went on to eliminate Asuka. And then it looked like Liv Morgan was going to eliminate Rhea Ripley. Then Rhea Ripley countered her and then eliminated Liv Morgan. And now Rhea Ripley will advance to this year's WrestleMania to either challenge Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair. And then the main event was for the Undisputed WWE Universal title. They did a great job at building this match with Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn's been a major factor in this build-up to the storyline. As y'all know, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens been friends for a long time. And they came up together. And Sami Zayn, anytime that the Bloodline and Roman Reigns would ask him to put the beats on Kevin Owens, it looked like Sami Zayn couldn't do it, and he had a problem doing it, and that's been a distracting factor to Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, hence why Roman Reigns and the Bloodline held a trial segment on the latest episode of Raw, where it looked like Roman Reigns was saying, hey, kick out Sami Zayn and have him no longer be the honorary Uso. And then when it looked like Sami Zayn was about to get kicked out, Jey Uso, who gave Sami Zayn the hardest time while Sami Zayn was trying to earn their trust, spoke up for Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn kept his spot as the honorary Uso, and he accompanied Roman Reigns in this match versus Kevin Owens. And the match was a good match. I give a rating of a 4 out of a 5. It had storytelling elements and good back and forth action with the two wrestlers. And there was a spot in the match where it looked like Kevin Owens could have won. However, the referee was out of the action when Kevin Owens hit the stunner on Roman Reigns. That's like the cliche heel move. It builds up the heat. That's like the classic heel thing to do to build up heat. And then when Kevin Owens realized that the referee wasn't there to officiate the match, he tried to carry on the momentum that he had. And then Roman Reigns, out of nowhere, would hit the low blow on Kevin Owens, another classic heel move. And then Roman Reigns would ask Sami Zayn to pass him the steel chair to add insult to injury. Sami Zayn again looked like he had trouble following the instruction of the tribal chief. And that was a problem that Roman Reigns had. However, Sami Zayn would ultimately listen and bring him the steel chair. However, that gave Kevin Owens enough time to recover while Sami Zayn hesitated to bring the chair to Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens countered him, and then Roman Reigns would, get back in this match, and then went on to put the beats on Kevin Owens, and then Kevin Owens stumbled onto the outside, and then Sami Zayn was pleading with Kevin Owens like, hey, you ain't gotta do this, just stay down and this and that. And then Roman Reigns would continue to put the beats on Kevin Owens, bashing his head into the steel steps, and then Kevin Owens keeping up his character work where he just keeps on fighting. When Roman Reigns was talking trash to him, picking him up back on his feet, Kevin Owens still fighting with whatever he's got left. And then Roman Reigns puts the finish to him, hitting the spear, and then pinning him for the 3 count to retain his undisputed WWE Universal title. And then after the match, the whole bloodline comes out to congratulate the tribal chief of his win. And when Jey Uso was about to give Sami Zayn his flowers, Roman Reigns stops that and then tells the Usos to assault Kevin Owens. And then the Usos go on to do that. And then Solo Sikoa joins in on the attack. And then Roman Reigns asks Paul Heyman for handcuffs, and they handcuff Kevin Owens to the ropes. And then the bloodline continues on their assault on Kevin Owens. And then Roman Reigns is gonna put the finish to Kevin Owens. Then Sami Zayn interrupts that and says Roman Reigns ain't gotta do this, Kevin Owens is already out. Then Roman Reigns smiles and passes a steel chair to Sami Zayn and tells him to finish the job. And then Sami Zayn is looking all hesitant yet again. And then that triggers Roman Reigns. And then Roman Reigns gets in Sami Zayn's face, mushes him, tells him he's playing and Roman Reigns ain't got time for that and this and that. And then Sami Zayn is looking triggered, and the pressure is getting to Sami Zayn. And then when Roman Reigns turns his back, he's expecting Sami Zayn to listen to what he says and finish the job on his former best friend. And then surprisingly, Sami Zayn goes to hit Roman Reigns instead of Kevin Owens. And then while Roman Reigns is recovering from the chair shot to the back that he got from Sami Zayn, the Usos is surprised as well, like anybody else. And they yelling at Sami Zayn, like, what are you doing? You messed up. And then Sami Zayn drops the chair out of his hands, and he got nothing to say. And then Jimmy Uso super kicks Sami Zayn. And then Roman Reigns is telling the bloodline to finish Sami Zayn. And then Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa is assaulting Sami Zayn while Jey Uso is in the corner watching this in, I don't want to say astonishment, because after Sami Zayn hits Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, being a part of the bloodline, knew that that was what was coming to Sami Zayn. And he's looking distraught because I guess he has feelings for Sami Zayn, and he doesn't want to see Sami Zayn get this Kevin Owens treatment. And he's standing on the corner observing all this. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns putting the beats on Sami Zayn. And then when Roman Reigns asks Jey Uso to join in on the assault, Jey Uso walks out on the bloodline. However, the bloodline would continue their attack on Sami Zayn. ripping the shirt away, that honorary Uso shirt away from Sami Zayn, and then they leave Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens laid out, and that's how this year's Royal Rumble closed off. And this is definitely the best storyline going for the WWE right now. And I want to see how this plays out with Jey Uso walking out on the Bloodline. When the Bloodline went to attack Sami Zayn, it's only going to get better from here on. And with this year's Royal Rumble winner being Cody Rhodes, and he's next in line to challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title at this year's WrestleMania, I do want to see Sami Zayn challenge Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal title. I'm guessing that's going to be the match at the Elimination Chamber, and that's the next pay-per-view before WrestleMania 39, and it's going to be in Sami Zayn's hometown of Montreal, Canada. And I think how the Royal Rumble closed out, I think that's the perfect match to happen at this year's Elimination Chamber. And I think it will be, depending on how Jey Uso story gets developed with the Bloodline, it's going to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn challenging either Jimmy and Jey Uso for the undisputed WWE tag team titles, or Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa defending the undisputed WWE tag team titles versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And to give a overall rating for this year's Royal Rumble, I give it a rating of a 8 out of a 10. This was definitely a solid pay-per-view, a great way to kick off the pay-per-view calendar for 2023 for the WWE. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all opinions are in the comments. Subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. And that does it for the 2023 Royal Rumble review. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.